So I've been having some conversations with people in the God of War community about a theory that's floating around that Odin is still alive and that he is actually Mimir. And I'm going back and forth with some folks on here. And I just wrote a long piece, but then I was like, man, as I was writing, more stuff was coming, and I'm like, man, this is gonna be pages of just thoughts. So I'm like, why don't I just make it a video? So I'm thinking, okay, how did we meet Mimir? His head got cut off, and we brought it to Freya, right? Um, after he told us that he can help us get to Jotunheim. Unless his magic can survive getting your head chopped off. I'm like, And then if it was Odin, unless he can grow himself another body or do that trick again where he creates another version of somebody and just lives his life as that person. I mean, if that's the case, if he can do all that without his soul, unless that was a Odin bot that was sent out, and the real Odin somewhere else in the lair, and he's much more powerful, I mean, his soul got put into the marble and crushed. So if he was Mimir at the same time, I would think that would end too, right? Because his soul got put into the marble and got crushed. At the same time, if his foresight saw all of this and was like, yeah, I'm planning for all of this. I'm making sure that there's Odin bots and I'm 3 steps ahead of everybody else. I got fake Mimir, I got fake Tyr, I got fake Thor, I got fake everything. In which case, I would say that the Norse saga needs to be a lot longer, if that's the case. You know what I mean? Because if Odin is that powerful to the point where he was really sitting in the lair watching all this happen like all to plan, yes, you know what I'm saying? Then for them to say this is the end of the Norse saga, that would, and that's the and if this is the case that it was Odin who was Mimir, it's like there's too much left on the table. I mean, they're leaving stuff on the table now with who blew the horn and anything else, that they might have left out here and there, just the overall progression of Kratos being the Norse god of war now. So, I mean, there's going to be wars, and what's going to happen then? I mean, they're leaving too much. They're leaving him there. It's one thing if they're saying this is the end of the Norse saga and then Kratos leaves the Norse saga area. He leaves Scandinavia or wherever they're at. He leaves Midgard. He leaves the 9 realms and goes to another land. If he did that at the end of Valhalla or just God of War Ragnarok in general, then I'd say, okay, cool. It seems like it's the end, but he stays there. And in Valhalla, he becomes their God of War. So how, I don't understand. I mean, it's weird for them to say we're only going to do a couple of games in this Norse saga, but then leave him in the Norse saga. And the way they left it like, okay, it's the end. But at the same time, there's more room for the adventures of Atreus. There's room for his adventures as the North God of War. The Norse God of War. I'm saying the North. But yeah, I don't know where they would go and see. I personally don't want to see another pantheon getting plundered. I mean, everybody wants Egyptian and Mayan and Japanese and all of that, but I mean, it's not the same now. He's a different type of God now, and it wasn't his intention to run around destroying pantheons. He was put into the scenario of, feeling like he needed to destroy his own pantheon, and then he left. And it's not like he went there with the plans of, all right, let's go destroy some more pantheons. No, man, I mean, and he grew so much that, it would be a regression, in my opinion, to go back into, I just like to kill gods mode. That's it, vengeful God mode. But I do see so many open doors that they had with the higher plane of existence, Athena, the rift, if that's the same thing as the higher plane of existence. Stuff that was in the comics, showing the higher plane of existence and other gods, and it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like they have many routes to go, but they left it in the Norse saga. You know what I'm saying? And they left it interesting in the Norse saga. So if Odin is Mimir and he had some grand master plan that he was holding on to for the longest, because, somebody brought up, JR 96 to 83 brought up, that in the lost pages, something I didn't even know existed. There's a whole bunch of knowledge that Odin knew about Kratos, and he was planning and all that. And, if that's the case, and he had a master plan, then yeah, they might be lying on it's going to be only a couple of Norse Saga games. They could make 4 or 5 more games in the Norse Saga with Atreus adventures, and Kratos adventures. I mean, he's established there now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all I'm saying. I guess that's as long as what I was gonna write in the comments.